Good evening and welcome. Welcome to our regular participants and the guests who are here today. And I welcome you all to the Spirituality and Healing Meet of Divine Healing Valley, the Wednesday meet. And today the agenda is miracles manifestation. So miracles manifestation, that is the topic for today. And this is in continuation with the session that we had last week, which was what? Which was what? What was the topic last week? We talked of
Free will.
free will. Yes, free will and manifestation. So that's what we were looking at, right? So freedom to choose. Freedom to choose, we looked at last week. Quick recap. We looked at what is freedom to choose. That means, do we have a freedom of choice? And we also looked at the power of our intent, our will. So the willpower we looked at, and we saw that our willpower has to be guided by the purpose. Why? Why we want to do what we want to do. So the purpose is important to strengthen our willpower. And then we saw what are we manifesting in our life. So that is the discussion that we will continue today, because today we want to look at not at ordinary manifestation, we are looking at miracles manifestation. How do you manifest miracles in your life? That is the inquiry that we are going into in today's session. Yes. So keep your back straight, be more attentive, and let's have the session flowing. So quick question from my side, quick recap. What do you understand by the freedom of choice? So we saw that we have freedom of choice, right? Human beings having the power of awareness, self-awareness. So we have the freedom to choose. So how is the freedom of choice present in our life? That is what we are going to look at, right? Not in others' life, our life. So I talk of my life, you look into your life, and totally we look into our life, right? All right, good. So freedom of choice. कितने लोगों के पास है freedom of choice? You can choose your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, irrespective of the situation. Then you can say, yes, I have freedom of choice. फिर सिचुएशन के मुताबिक प्रमोशन मिल गई, खुश होना तो नॉर्मल है. प्रमोशन नहीं मिली, अब खुश रहोगे, ये चॉइस है. Normally क्या होता है? If somebody praises me, I feel very happy. And if somebody says, you are not good today, your session was very mediocre session, and I say, oh, how dare you say that, so I go down. So अगर मैं थोड़े से प्रेस से ऊपर उठ जाता हूँ और थोड़े से निंदा से नीचे गिर जाता हूँ, तो my situations are governing my life, right? I don't have any freedom to choose my thoughts. I don't have any freedom to choose my emotions. So freedom of choice means I can choose my thoughts, my emotions, irrespective of the situation. So you might praise me and I might be okay. You might shout at me and I will still be okay. That is freedom of choice. So freedom to choose my response, irrespective of the situation. That is freedom of choice. Everybody clear on that, I suppose? We discussed in detail in the last week. So how many of you are aware of this freedom of choice, which is present in your life right now? Yes, yeah, show of hands. Yes, everybody look into your life. सबको अपने अपनी जिंदगी में देखना है ना. तो मेरी लाइफ में ये चॉइस है. एंड एनीवे, इफ यू लुक एट इट very practically also, all of you had a choice not to attend the session today, right? But you chose to attend the session today. There are many who have chosen not to attend. कोई जयपुर में है, उसके बाद भी अटेंड कर रहा है, और कोई इंदिरापुर में होते हुए भी अटेंड नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो काफी हो सकता है ऐसे, राइट? So it's a choice ultimately. So you are exercising your choice anyway. Right now you have a choice to watch a TV scene, go to a movie, go out for dinner, enjoy with your family, but you chose to be here today. So you have the freedom of choice. Clear? Everybody clear? Freedom of choice है आपके पास, and human beings के पास तो है, और आप लोगों की लाइफ में भी है. Now let us look at the second part. How many of you think that you have the willpower? You have the willpower, very strong willpower, or weak willpower is not the question. You have the willpower or not? Everybody raise your hands. who think that there is a willpower. Willpower है, बिल्कुल है. इसलिए when you have a perfect balance or harmony between these two powers that you have, freedom of choice and the willpower, we say you are exercising or expressing your free will. That is the right understanding of free will. So everybody clear on what is free will? Yes? Okay, good. So now I'm making a very bold statement. If you want to create magic and miracles in your life, you have to be present to this power of free will in your life. मेरी लाइफ में अगर फ्री विल है तो मैं अपनी लाइफ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स मैनिफेस्ट कर सकता हूं, राइट? तो अगर आपकी लाइफ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स मैनिफेस्ट नहीं हो रहे तो कहाँ देखना है हमको? बाहर नहीं देखना, तेरी वजह से नहीं हुआ, इसकी वजह से नहीं हुआ, उसकी वजह से नहीं हुआ, ऊपर वाले की तरफ वजह से नहीं हुआ. नो, फ्री विल मिसिंग है मेरी लाइफ में. इट्स एज सिंपल एज दैट. If I am not aware or present to the free will which I can exercise in my life, I will not be manifesting magic and miracles in my life. So let us look at what is happening in our life. तो सब अपनी अपनी लाइफ में देखेंगे हम क्या मैनिफेस्ट कर रहे हैं. And you are manifesting, by the way, everything that is happening in your life. So if you are on a Jaipur trip, that is your manifestation. If you are attending this program, this is your manifestation. If I am conducting this program, this is my manifestation. Of course, people will play their part in it because we are co-creators in our life, right? Even in a movie, there is a hero, there is a side hero, there is a co-hero, there is a villain, and then the henchman, and many others are co-creating the movie of life. So similarly, all the people are co-creating my life. So this is my movie, my life, and everybody else is participating. Getting the picture clear? So we are all manifesting everything that is happening in my life. I am manifesting it. Everything that is happening in your life, you are manifesting it. And everything that is in general, when I say, so you can look at it whether I say I or you, I am talking of we. Correct? So we are manifesting every event in our life. Everybody okay with this? Now you can say, I didn't manifest this accident. I didn't manifest the injury on my leg or the disease in my life. And definitely I didn't manifest the cancer in my life. Okay, if somebody is a cancer patient, he might say that. So it is a very, very, you have to say, insightful statement. We have to actually look at it and see that at the energy level, we are creating every event in our life. We are manifesting every event in our life. We are actually attracting. If you go by the law of attraction, then we are attracting every event in our life. That is how the life moves forward. So life is a reflection of who we are, not what we wish to be. Life is a creation of who we are. So we are manifesting ourselves in the life, right? In that context, let us look at what are we manifesting in our life. In general, I would say suffering and misery. अगर आपकी लाइफ में है, you are manifesting it. अगर मेरी लाइफ में कॉमेडी चल रही है, I am manifesting it. मेरी लाइफ में सफरिंग एंड मिजरी चल रही है, I am manifesting it. और अगर मेरी लाइफ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स चल रहे हैं, it is my manifestation. That is where we will land up. But first we have to look at अभी क्या हो रहा है मेरी लाइफ में. एडवेंचर है, ट्रेजेडी है, कॉमेडी है, सफरिंग है, मिजरी है, क्या चल रहा है? रिलेशनशिप में ब्रेकडाउन है या लव पीस एंड जॉय है? हेल्थ में वेलनेस है या इलनेस है? वेल्थ में क्या है, जॉब है या जॉब नहीं है? एबंडेंस है या स्केर्सिटी है? ये कौन क्रिएट कर रहे हैं? अगर मेरी लाइफ में है तो मैं क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ, आपकी लाइफ में है तो आप क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. सिंपल है ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग. So let's have some people share and then we will move on to the final big step. How to manifest miracles in our life. That is what we are proceeding to, correct? That is what we will be arriving at. But first let us look at अभी कहाँ है, अभी क्या है लाइफ में. तो कितने लोगों की लाइफ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स हो रहे हैं, पहले तो ये बताओ. ओके गुड. और ये हमेशा हो रहे हैं या कभी कभी मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स हो रहे हैं, कभी कभी ट्रेजेडी भी हो रही है, कभी कभी फाइट्स भी हो रहे हैं. अप एंड डाउन होगा ना, एकदम से तो स्ट्रेट लाइन नहीं होगा, करेक्ट? तो डोंट गेट upset or don't get angry if you are not able to manifest the desired results in your life. What is missing? We just saw free will is missing, freedom to choose is missing, willpower is missing. And as Shivani ji says, संकल्प से सृष्टि का निर्माण होता है. तो संकल्प से सृष्टि, that is the magic word. What is your will? What is your intention? What is your desire? That will be manifested in your life. And that is a law. So it is manifesting in everybody's life. My life, your life, everybody's life. Okay? Yes, so let's have some sharing now. क्या मैजिकल मैनिफेस्ट किया? देखिए ट्रेजेडीज तो हमको मालूम है, ऑल ऑफ अस आर अवेयर कि लाइफ में बहुत हमने ट्रेजेडीज मैनिफेस्ट कर ली, इनफ. तो हम ट्रेजेडी की बात नहीं करेंगे, सफरिंग और मिजरी की बात नहीं करेंगे. जो कुछ हुआ उसमें से सीखना है और आगे बढ़ना है. तो अब हम देखेंगे आपकी लाइफ में अभी तक सबसे बड़ा मैजिक या मिरेकल आपने क्या मैनिफेस्ट किया, उसकी बात करते हैं. नाउ इट वाज एन एक्सीडेंट और पॉसिबली वंस इन ए मोमेंट काइंड ऑफ ए थिंग. एक बार हुआ, उसके बाद मिसिंग, अब नहीं हो रहा है. एक बार कभी हुआ था या 2 बार कभी हुआ है पूरी जिंदगी में, उसको रेगुलरली कैसे करेंगे वो हम देखेंगे. तो लेट्स, एंड आई एम श्योर एवरीबडी मस्ट हैव एटलीस्ट वन गोल्डन मोमेंट व्हेन यू क्रिएटेड सम मैजिक इन योर लाइफ. यस और नो? हुआ? तो लेट्स हैव सम शेयरिंग ऑन दैट एंड देन वी विल सी व्हाट वाज प्रेजेंट एंड व्हाट वाज मिसिंग. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड एंड गो अहेड. ओके, गुंजन जी हैज रेज्ड हैंड, पार्थ हैज रेज्ड हैंड. ओके गुंजन जी गो फर्स्ट, उसके बाद पार्थ.
सर मैं बहुत छोटी थी तब मैं मदर टेरेसा को देखती होती थी हमेशा. सो आई यूज टू आइडेंटिफाई माई सेल्फ एज मदर टेरेसा, बट मेरे को नहीं पता था कि मैं वो मैनिफेस्ट कर रही हूँ. देन when I met you, I think my voice is not clear.
Yeah, it's clear, it's okay, go ahead.
Okay. Then when I met you, you told me that Gunjan, you learn how to become a healer. I said no, I don't want to. But that manifestation of childhood manifested in this year, this age. So I am helping people. I am by the God's grace and under your guidance, I am doing good in that.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is how you created a magic in your life, right? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So as a child, you had the role model of Mother Teresa as a healer, and she by the way, she is the greatest karma yogi, I would say, for a healing,
Yeah.
right? Energy level पे नहीं ना सही, but उनका compassion, love, and service to the poor, serving the poor,
Yeah.
is absolutely at the right at the 100% level, right? So now you have become a healer in your own way. Obviously, everybody can't be Mother Teresa, right?
Yes.
But you are a healer in your own way. You are healing people and healing them from their suffering and miseries. So wonderful. So a magic has been manifested. It might take lifetimes. That's fine. But that's a great moment. Okay, wonderful. Let's acknowledge Gunjanji for that.
Thank you.
All right. So everybody be present to what magic you have created in your life. It could be a dream that you have manifested. It could be a dream. I'm not looking at actually the manifestation of physical world, but you can mention that also. Like you manifested your dream job or your dream house or your dream car or dream partner. All that is also your own manifestation, which is absolutely perfect. Correct? So if you want to share that, bring it up and see that. Maybe somebody wanted to manifest running a school. Somebody wanted to manifest being the greatest, not the greatest, like the greatest version of yourself, just being happy and blissful, doing whatever you want to do. Okay. All right, very good. So Parth, please share.
So like ये मेरा like पहला एग्जाम्पल है कि कह सकता हूँ कि मैं मैनिफेस्टेशन का तो इसलिए मेरे लिए बहुत रेलेवेंट भी रहता है, तो इसलिए मैं शेयर भी काफी करता हूँ. सो मेरा 2018 में एक एक्सीडेंट हो गया था. सो उससे पहले कुछ नहीं हुआ था. एक ही एक्सीडेंट में जॉइंट ये कंधा डिसलोकेट हो गया, यहाँ पे गड्ढा हो गया, रोड़ी घुस गई अंदर, सब मतलब लेफ्ट साइड खत्म. बहुत बुरी तरह स्कूटी से एक्सीडेंट हुआ था। ठीक है, तो ठीक है, सर्जरी हुआ था बिकॉज उनको सारा मांस, इन्फेक्टेड मांस निकालना था इधर से। तो डॉक्टर ने बताया नेक्स्ट डे, जिसने मेरा सर्जरी किया था, इज अ वेरी एक्सपीरियंस डॉक्टर, ही सेड कि ग्राफ्ट लगाना पड़ेगा, स्किन नहीं आएगी और गड्ढा भी रह जाएगा। पता नहीं उसने बोला, मैंने वो बात अपने अंदर नहीं आने दी। मैंने कहा नहीं यार, ये नहीं होगा। मैंने रास्ते में वापस आते हुए मैंने बोल दिया गाड़ी में, मैंने कहा ग्राफ्ट नहीं लगाना पड़ेगा, स्किन आ जाएगी। ठीक है, सो 1.5 महीने बाद गड्ढा भर गया, स्किन भी आ गई, डॉक्टर कुछ नहीं बोला। ठीक है, बट सेंसेशन नहीं थी उस एरिया में, बिकॉज नर्व्स खत्म हो गई ना, सब काट दिया उन्होंने अंदर से, तो नर्व्स नहीं थी। 4 महीने बाद सेंसेशन भी आ गई, मतलब अभी हल्का फुल्का स्कार है, बट इट्स वेरी नॉर्मल। द थिंग इज कि मैंने वो एक्सटर्नल चीज को अपने अंदर नहीं आने दिया, तो बस। So that was
Absolutely
the
great, Parth. Absolutely great. And that is a magical healing, right? So we know the power of intention and we know the power of how to create magic in our life, right? मित्रा जी, मैं आपको म्यूट कर रहा हूँ, थोड़ी सी डिस्टर्बेंस आ रही है. आई होप इट इज ओके, राइट? या. All right, great. And this is quite in line with what Gunjan ji has shared with her death-like experience, right? She was nearly gone and then she came back with a lot of divine blessings. And that again is a magic and miracle happening in your life. Sometimes you are manifesting it and sometimes it is happening to you because you have the divine grace and blessing. So whichever way it is, if you are present to magic happening in your life, be present to it because you are the blessed child of God. How many of you believe it? I am the blessed child of God. I am the worthy child of God. I am the lucky child of God, right? Great. And I will also share one small incident from my life. Of course, it was not a conscious creation, but that day onwards, whenever I came to know about it, because I was quite a kid that time. So that is when I realized that I am the blessed child of God. I am the chosen one. I'm going to do something great in my life. So that was the belief that I had, right? And the incident was such that, I was possibly, maybe 2 years or 3 years. I don't even remember it. Okay. I was told later on by my mother. So what happened was I was alone at home with my mother and she had to go out to dispensary. So she said, गर्मी के दिन है, कहाँ बच्चे को लेके जाऊंगी? तो she asked one of my elder cousins, वो काफी बड़े थे मेरे से, मैं बोला तू ध्यान रखना जरा and मैं जरा dispensary होके आती हूँ. So she went away and my cousin, I don't know where he went. The door was open and I followed my mother. Of course, she was walking fast, so she was way ahead, and I was in my own pace, barefoot, maybe some Delhi summer heat, barefoot walking on the ground, on the road, and following her. And it was a long road, and she says, like she was walking away, and she said she was feeling very tired. She said, "चलो आज नहीं जाती हूँ, but जाऊँ कि नहीं, बहुत दूर है." Kind of a thought was coming. And then suddenly she looked back and she saw a small kid walking, बहुत दूर, at the end of the road, small kid walking. ये कौन है? कोई भी नहीं है आसपास इसके, अकेला चला आ रहा है. Anyway, she went carried on and I was crying and I was walking behind her long, काफी गैप था. थोड़ी दूर आगे गई, फिर उसने कहा नहीं, मम्मी ने कहा नहीं रहने देती हूँ आज, ठीक नहीं लग रहा मेरे को कुछ. So let me go back and also let me check who is this kid. So she came back and to her horror, that there I was the kid who was walking there barefoot on the ground, पाँव में जल गए थे, छाले पड़ रहे थे and all that stuff, and she picked me up and crying, she went back to home and made me comfortable and threw my cousin out of the house. Of course, that was a later event. Yeah. And later on, I came to know that this was the thing. Had she not turned back, not going to the hospital, and if she had not turned back, possibly I would have got lost. And then my life would have been something, you can all imagine what it would have been. So that day, I really realized that later on when I came to know I was really lucky child of God, a blessed child of God. And I was destined to do great things. And that's why nothing really disaster came to my life. So these kind of magic can also happen when you have the divine grace and blessings, correct? But that was not my contribution. It was all divine grace. But magic, yes, it happened. And today, if I talk of the kind of magic and miracles which are happening in my life and I am creating it, of course, in the healing field for myself and others, it is absolutely fantastic. I'm living a life where magic and miraculous results are happening in every area of my life. Okay, so I will not go into that detail because everybody is aware the kind of profession I'm in, the kind of life I live with by healing myself and for others. So obviously, magic and miracles are a part of it. So that is my experience of magic right at the age of 2, right? So I was definitely a blessed child of God creating magic and miracles for others. So that was one. All right, so let's acknowledge everybody who shared. Yes. और कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Yes, Gunjan ji is raising hand. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, I forgot one latest manifestation. Last year, I think near about September or October, I told you that, sir, let's plan some podcast. And I called up Sanjeev sir, and he said that Gunjan, let's shoot one podcast. Said, अरे अभी तो बोल के चुकी हूँ मैं इनको sir को, and it's been on the air. So that is
Absolutely.
I was planning for April, बल्कि उससे पहले ही हो गया सब
Yes.
कुछ.
So if the divine blessings are there, you actually find the like-minded people and then you manifest your intentions fast. So very good, Gunjan ji. And of course, I am party to it. So I and Sanjeev and Gunjan ji are involved in that spiritual soup. How many of you are watching that spiritual soup, by the way? I'm not getting that many likes, by the way. No, let me tell you that. So you should circulate it more. You should circulate it more in your groups. People should be aware what we're doing. Yeah. All right, good, Gunjan ji. Let's acknowledge everybody. Okay. Now, anybody else who wants to share kind of magic and miracles you are creating in your life?
Shashi, I have
Archana ji.
a
Yes.
question.
Archana ji, I'll come to you a bit late. Yes, Sylvia ji, go ahead.
The confusion is when we are talking about manifestation in our lives and we manifest things, the thought of karma is coming in my mind. How does karma play a role then? If we are manifesting, and if karma brings in certain things in our life, then
Okay.
so it's just I'm hearing whatever you're saying, and I'm acknowledging that I can see it in my life. But I'm just the question of karma is coming in my mind again and again.
Okay. Very good,
Yeah.
very good. Sylvia ji, let's acknowledge Sylvia ji. Very, very valid question actually. कि अगर हम मैजिक और मिरेकल्स हम ही मैनिफेस्ट कर लेंगे तो कर्मा कहाँ से बीच में आके टांग तो नहीं अड़ाएगा. दैट इज एक्चुअल क्वेश्चन शी इज आस्किंग. I am okay with the creating magic and miracles in my life, but what if the karma blocks it? Huh? Yes. So what is the answer? What do you think is the answer? कौन जवाब देना चाहेंगे इसका? Yes, Amit ji has raised his hand. Go ahead.
I think, when we wear a glass which is transparent and colorless, without this also we can see whatever that we can see. And with the glass also, perhaps we can see. So according to my understanding, there is a possibility to manifest miracles in life without necessarily focusing and seeing it through the glass of karma. And how can we do this? I don't know if Shashiji, if it is the right time, maybe I should talk about, maybe later. But it does not require any deviation or attention given to the karmas that we've done. But the journey starts when we have a goal of a miracle in life and work towards it. And karma does not need to, though it can, it is maybe another way to look at it. So Shashiji, I don't know if it is the right time, maybe I can talk about the TPMM, but if you want me to talk about this later,
yes, Amit ji, I'll definitely come back to you on this TPM. And right now, let me just answer to Sylvia ji's query first. Yeah. Anybody else having any different point of view? Do you think that your karmas will interfere in you are manifesting magic and miracles? So I'm rephrasing the question in different ways so that you can get connected with it. Yeah.
See, the answer is yes. Karmas do interfere, and also, but when I'm saying that when the journey starts, for example, whatever miracle that you want to manifest, it may take, let's say, about 6 months, let's say about 1 year, 5 years, whatever. Then from this point today, obviously your karmas have to be very good in lines of dharma. Then only the divine will set in for the miracle to start manifesting in our life.
Okay,
With
very good, very
tamasic
good.
or rajasic lifestyle with same bad karmas, obviously divine will say मेरे को अच्छे दूसरे और काम है, I'm not with you. Simple.
Okay, let's acknowledge Amit ji for that. Very, very clear and crisp analysis of his thinking. Very good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
anybody else who wants to share something? So Sylvia ji, let's have others' point of view and then we will come to the right answer. Yeah, Bob, go ahead.
मैं इसमें बोलूंगा कि कर्मास जो है कंजंक्शन में ही काम करते हैं मैनिफेस्टेशन के साथ में, इन दैट सेंस कि पर्सपेक्टिव की बात है. अभी जैसे जिस कंटेक्स्ट में सिल्विया जी ने कर्मा को बोला, तो दैट वाज कि ब्लॉकेजिंग क्रिएट हो रही है या कुछ हो रहा है. बट अगर एक दूसरा पर्सपेक्टिव ये भी ले सकते हैं दैट इफ यू आर नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर समथिंग देन कर्मास टीच यू द लेसन. तो अगर हम लोग कर्मास को एज अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें कि इफ आई एम नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर समथिंग आई वांट इट, then karmas will kind of direct me towards that, either by by creating good situations or the bad situations, whatever it is.
Absolutely perfect, Parth. Good understanding. Let's acknowledge Parth for that. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else who has any views? Anybody else who has any views? Okay. So let us understand this in this way. First of all, your past karmas. That's what we're looking at, right? Past karmas will always come to you like what? A situation, a person, a situation, correct? A disease or an accident. तो लाइफ सिचुएशन में क्या होगा? अगर कोई बैड कर्मा किया है आपने, कैसे आएगा वो? It will be a accident, an injury, a disease in the form of a situation. It could be in the form of a financial crunch. Okay, boss behaving very, very harshly with you, rudely with you, and you are being kicked out of a job. This is karmic. Okay, so any accident, any injury, any relationship breakdown, any wealth crisis, any health crisis, this is a karmic situation which has come into your life. So karma always comes to you in the form of a situation. And now you can have a thought कि my health is bad, so I have to cry. मेरे को बीमारी हो गई, मेरा एक्सीडेंट हो गया, मेरी टांग में चोट लग गई, अब मेरे को रोना चाहिए. So you are crying and blaming and doing whatever. So that is your response to that situation. And that you start another chain of karma. Hold on, Parth. Just be with it. Okay. So now you have started another karma. Uska consequence बाद में आएगा. Whatever you are experiencing now is a result of what you did before, and what you're doing now is again creating a consequence. This is the actual law of karma. Everybody is clear on this, right? So now, irrespective of the situation, can I have a thought? Can I have an intention? Can I have an intent which will result in creating magic and miracles in my life? That is how you will look at the intervention of karma as a harsh situation, speed breaker, or a roadblock. Now what should I do to overcome that problem and create miracle in my life? That is how you need to proceed. And for that, the starting point is what? Like I just mentioned before. Sankalp. Sankalp se srishti. You create magic and miracles with your intent. Irrespective of the situation, create an intent which is of the highest quality. Can we do that? Can we do that? Okay. So let me give you a small example. A small illustration, which I picked it up in the retreat. Okay. So imagine a day when you had worked very hard. बहुत आपने हार्ड वर्क किया, थक गए, वापस आ रहे हो, घर वापस आए. वेलकम संजीव, by the way. Yeah. So you have come back from a very hard day's work and you are tired. Okay. So your energy level is from 100. If 100 is the highest level of energy, you are possibly at say 50% of the energy, 50% depleted, right? तो आपका ये है, देख रहे हैं सब लोग. This is the energy level. 100 इतना था, अभी 50 पे. Now you come back and you create a thought. Oh God, I'm so tired. I am really, really tired. I can't even get up and go to the kitchen and have a cup of tea now. I'm absolutely tired. I'm dead tired. What is going to happen to the energy level? 45. I really want to die today. There is nothing I can do now. 40. You continue only your thought level. I'm just saying, creating a thought. Nothing bad has happened to me. Okay. I worked hard. I've come back. I'm sitting at home. And I'm creating these thoughts. Does this creation of thoughts lower my energy? Everybody is clear with this, right? Now let us change the situation. Okay. I am at 50% energy level. I came back home. Now what I say? Good. I did a great job and it was a wonderful day. And now I can relax at home and get rejuvenated. 55. Let me watch a interesting, humorous video on my or a program, comedy serial. It will boost up my mood. 60. Let me have a coffee or a tea, and that will cheer me up and boost my energy. 60. Let me book online tickets and I will go for during the weekend. I will go for a party or I will go for a movie with my family. 70, 80. You get my point? Just creation of thoughts, and your energy level can go up. Just creation of negative thoughts can bring your energy level down. How many of you can connect with this? Yes or no? And we have done this repeatedly. और अभी तो मैं सिर्फ 1 घंटे की बात कर रहा हूँ. घर से वापस आके सिर्फ आप बैठे हो ऑफिस से, घर में आके आपने ये शुरू किया सोचना और ये सब हो गया. Imagine the kind of thoughts that we give to ourselves. कुछ लोग हैं जो टर्मिनल डिजीज में भी बहुत खुश होते हैं. खुश होते हैं मतलब they are very happy and they can brave through that. They are having a terrible illness, terminal disease maybe. And somebody can have a headache and bring the roof down. Just slight headache and they can bring the roof. मेरा सर दर्द हो रहा है, मेरे को माइग्रेन हो रहा है, मैं अब कुछ नहीं कर सकता, मैं ये फोड़ दूंगा, तोड़ दूंगा and all that stuff, right? तो आपका एनर्जी लेवल किस चीज पे डिपेंड कर रहा है? सिचुएशन पे? नहीं, सिचुएशन तो सेम है. सिचुएशन तो बल्कि आप घर पे बैठे हुए. सिचुएशन इज वेरी गुड बट यू आर क्रिएटिंग मिजरेबल थॉट्स and you are becoming more negative and your energy is getting depleted. So in a tough situation, what is the key to create good results? Start having the highest vibration of thoughts. वो thoughts लाओ जो highest vibration के हो. And these thoughts will become repeatedly when you start thinking about it, visualizing it, and repeatedly thinking about it, it will become a sankalp. And then when it becomes a sankalp, it will become a manifestation, which is sankalp se srishti. Okay, so this was a brief topic which I listened to during the retreat. I thought I'll put it down in my program today. So everybody clear? Tough situation आएंगी, ये कर्मा है. उस tough situation में आपका response क्या है? That is what you need to focus on. And if that sankalp is strong, you will definitely go to the level of very good manifestations in your life. So always it starts with thoughts and then your words. So it is your affirmation. Keep affirming good health for you. Keep affirming good wealth for you. Abundance. Keep affirming great relationship, perfect relationship for you. And keep affirming, I am the blessed child of God. And I am destined to create magic and miracles in my life. And sooner or later, when it comes into your belief system, and when your deserving level is okay, you will manifest it. Clear? Everybody okay with this? So Sylvia ji, did that answer your question in one way?
Definitely answered my question. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's acknowledge Sylvia ji for that. All right, great. Yes, Amit ji, over to you. आप कुछ share करना चाह रहे थे? Go ahead.
I think Archana ji had a question.
Oh yes, sorry, Archana ji, I missed
No,
out.
no,
Yeah.
I didn't have a question. I just wanted to share,
Sure.
magic से manifestation वाला जो path है, वो मैंने actually witness किया और वो realization शायद अभी के conversation में वो surface पे आ रहा है.
Okay, तो आप कुछ share करना चाहेंगे?
हाँ जी, like
हाँ,
15 years ago, my son must have been 1 year old and I had just conceived 3 months old baby और उसका ectopic हो गया था, तो वो ट्यूब ब्लास्ट होती है इंटरनली, एंड आई वाज इन अ रिमोट विलेज इन उड़ीसा, जो मेरा इन-लॉज का घर है। वहां से हमको प्रॉपर भुवनेश्वर आने में भी 24 आवर्स लगे, एंड देयर वाज दैट इंटरनल ब्लीडिंग व्हिच वाज हैपनिंग, एंड गायनेक ने जब देखा तो उसने एकदम जैसे गिव अप नहीं कर देते हैं, तो बोले इसको तो 1 सेकंड यहाँ बाहर नहीं रख सकते, ऑपरेशन थिएटर रेडी करो। सो आई कुड सी द रेस्टलेसनेस एंड एवरीथिंग, हाउ टेंस्ड इट वाज, बट इट वाज बोथ ऑफ माय किड्स, जिनके लिए आई वांटेड टू मेक अ कमबैक। सो even he mentioned it was one of the very critical case he must have handled, and it was a real comeback, that strong intention which I had, and it was merely my 2 kids, whom I was visualizing that time. So that magic से manifestation हुआ, वो actually होता है. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, Archana ji. Thank you for sharing that. Great. All right, good. Let's have some sharing from Amiji. Amiji, yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so I was getting prompted to share my understanding, and also coming from a very strong experience of my own whatever small spiritual journey. And some of the people in this group are already aware. You are aware. Sanjeev ji, Gunjan, I think a couple of more. Parth is also aware. So I figured that there are 3 very important ingredients to be able to manifest miracles. And I have given it a name which is very specific name, which is TPMM, or with the full form is 3-pillar miracle manifestation. So I know that it's a repeat, but I think it's very important to repeat, because this is how it gets into subconscious, because this works. And if it worked for one single prani on this planet, it will surely work for everybody else, because this is universal truth. And these 3 pillars are, and they need to be applied maybe one by one in the beginning, but after when your journey has started towards manifesting this miracle, they all go hand in hand together. They all can be practiced, must be practiced together, and they're not very tough in a way. So, and I think all this has also got refined during these sessions, and even before I joined these sessions about 2 years back. So there are 3 pillars. One is, I'll just name first 3 of them. One is consider it is done. Number 2 is inclusion of potential losers. And number 3 is more gratitude and less prayers. So first one, which is consider it is done. I'm sure that a lot of you would have seen it, felt it, that to be able to visualize something, we need to have the creative visualization and start believing that this has already happened. So I take an example that, if you have a lottery ticket, the result will come out on the 10th of this month, let's say, but you can land up booking the car on the 5th itself, assuming that you will get the lottery ticket and you will get money. So this is just one small example. So consider it is done. I mean, I don't want to go in length, but I have a video which is about 45 minutes, which Sanjeev ji only shot about 2 years back. So the first is this. The second step is inclusion of potential losers. So if there is a prayer or desire that we have, there is a desire that we have or a wish we have, there is a strong likelihood that it will lead to a negative effect for somebody else on this planet. So for example, if you want a job, then there will be another candidate who may not get the job because you will get the job. Likewise, in a contract, business contract, once again, if you win a business contract, somebody else will lose. Likewise, in a relationship, let's say if it's a triangle relationship, somebody else will lose if you continue to pray the way you want to. So I think the best is to make a list, quite literally make a list and see who are the people who will get negatively affected by your desire if it starts to slowly unfold. So when we start to include others also in our prayers, for example, may I get the job, but somehow the other person also get the job. I may get the business contract, but maybe somebody else, the other competitor also should get the business contract. And for this, it requires some transactional work, like figuring out who are the other people who will be the losers if I win this, whatever desire that I have. And it is possible. Trust me, it is possible. Some of you would agree, probably. So this is, I call it as inclusion of potential losers. And the third and the last, but not necessarily in the chronological order. So when we manifest, we pray to God a lot, and we all of us know there is something called gratitude also. In a way, prayer is looking forward towards the destination, walking towards the destination, and probably not looking back where we started from. But it's also more important than what we pay attention to is that we need to look back and see where we started from. We started from zero bank balance, and today, let's say we are at 10 lakhs and we wanted 10 crores or maybe a crore. Look at, we started from zero. Wow, I have got 10 lakhs today. Sometimes pray also, okay, I have a target of 1 crore. So this also makes the journey less stressful because you, instead of looking at the target ahead, you feel, wow, it keeps on encouraging. We'll look back and thank the universe that, okay, you've taken this journey, these many steps ahead. So I want to, for a second, want to talk about the second step, inclusion of potential losers, where karmas come into play, as Sylvia ji was asking. So when we will start thinking of others, we will automatically start accepting others, forgiving others, start to have some kind of unconditional love to an extent, not necessarily unconditional, but it will start to kind of ease out. You will have golden balls going out to them. So all these also will automatically result in betterment of karmas. So just to wind up, 3-pillar miracle manifestation, consider it is done. Number 2, inclusion of potential losers. Number 3, more gratitude and less prayers than usual. It worked. Trust me, it works, guys. It works. Try it sometime.
Perfect, Amitji. Wonderful. Great. So that is a quick recap and, of course, great reinforcement. So that's how it works, right? And anybody who has seen all the healers would know this. Anybody who has received affirmation from me, it's always what are we saying first? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Divine will be done. It's already done, right? And we are already in gratitude. And then you say, this is what I want. Rest is up to you. Okay. So absolutely in line with what Amitji shared. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for that. All right. Great. Anybody else who wants to share? Sanjeev, whenever you are ready, over to you.
Shashi, that's such a lovely thing. And what Amitji said, and one of the sessions we have done together, inclusion of potential losers. And I know the value and importance when I heard it for the first time from Amitji, and we were doing it together about that one. Of course, that's a very powerful thing. And you know what Sylvia ji was asking about karma theory, and Shashi, what you talked. So the manifestation, the topic today. I personally not only believe, I've seen it, there's an action जहाँ पर की manifestation का exact process what you talked about. अभी अमित जी का पहला point, believe it's done. Now believe it's done is at the mind level. आपने सोचा,
Yeah,
सोचा, right? And what I learned into Buddha's teaching also, कि जनरली हम सोचते हैं कि हमारे कर्म हमारे एक्शन से बन रहे हैं, लेकिन बुद्धा टीचिंग में बताया जाता है कि आपके एक्शन से और आपके वर्बल से कर्म या कार्मिक अकाउंट नहीं बनता है, वो बनता है आपके थॉट से, क्योंकि थॉट आपके वर्बल एंड फिजिकल एक्शंस को लीड करता है. तो बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं हमने तो किसी का बुरा नहीं करा, राइट? लेकिन क्या आपने कभी किसी का बुरा सोचा? कार्मिक बन गए. आपने अपने लिए मैनिफेस्टेशन में कुछ अच्छा सोचा, आपका कार्मिक मैनिफेस्टेशन पूरा हुआ. दिस इज हाउ दिस मेक्स सो मच रेलेवेंट जो सिल्विया जी ने पूछा है कि कार्मिक. सो अंडरस्टैंड कार्मिक में जो अमित जी का थर्ड पॉइंट है, ग्रैटिट्यूड ऑफ व्हाट वी ऑलरेडी हैव is the biggest form of creation of manifestation, because that gives the next level of creation all by itself, many times not even by asking for it. And that's what I say, Shashi, this is such a powerful subject and topic and close to heart as a law of attraction for me. Thank you very much for this topic.
Wonderful,
today,
wonderful.
Shashi.
Thank you for sharing that, Sanjeev. All right, so we have got a lot of point of views, and I hope it has been made clear to everybody. And yes, Gunjan ji is ready to share something. Go ahead, Gunjan ji.
So there's a movie, Karma Calling. वो मैं सिल्विया जी को सजेस्ट करना चाहूंगी, जरूर देखें कि एक लड़की कैसे बदला लेने जाती है किसी से, एंड वो उसके ही प्यार में पड़ जाती है। लेने वो बदला गई थी, कर्मा उसने गलत क्रिएट किया हालांकि, बट वो उसी के ही प्यार में पड़ गई।
So
So
it
that's how
always
karma also works. एंड उसकी मैनिफेस्टेशन पूरी जरूर हुई, बदला उसने ले लिया, बट एंड में वो खुद ही हार गई।
all right. Yes. So let's acknowledge everybody who shared. Wonderful. So things will become clear to you once you are actually introspecting into your life. औरों की लाइफ को एनालाइज नहीं करना है, अपनी लाइफ में जाके जब हम देखेंगे हमको पता लगेगा, यस, like I shared, I am the blessed child of God. That realization will come. There are so many occasions when something could have gone absolutely tragically wrong and nothing happened. And just to give you another one-liner experience, once I was crossing the road, and that was when I was adult. It was a Bombay road, and I don't know why and how I was just crossing the road, and suddenly I completely blanked out. Like there was a huge rush and there was no red light, by the way. I don't know why I was trying to cross that road. सामने से एक डबल टक्कर बस आ रही है एंड पीछे जाने की कोशिश करी तो पीछे से कार आ रही। मैंने कहा गया काम से, अब मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता। आई जस्ट क्लोज माय आईज एंड जस्ट स्टूड देयर, ट्रांसफिक्स्ड, डिडंट नो व्हाट टू डू, and the bus went few inches in front of me and the car went few inches to the back of me, and I was scrambled back home just like just a batsman gets to the crease. मैं फटाफट भाग के वापस फुटपाथ पे आके मैं रुका। मैंने कहा, oh my god, what the hell was I doing? And everybody was looking at me. क्या हुआ, क्या करने के जा रहे थे? So complete blank out and nothing happened. So I could have easily got crushed in that road accident and nothing happened. So there are so many incidences when you can really feel that you are the lucky one, you are the blessed child of God, and you are with your powers, of your thoughts, sankalp, with the words, of course, followed by the words and the actions, you can create absolutely magic and miracles in your life. And this is from my personal experience, I am saying that. So there are many more instances which I keep recalling myself कि क्या क्या हो सकता था और कुछ नहीं हुआ, like I was absolutely safe and sound and came back. Then you know that the divine grace and blessings are with you, right? All right, very good. Let's acknowledge everybody who shared. So
Shashi,
magic
Harsh
and
has-
miracles, yeah.
Harsh
Harsh?
has a point asking something to repeat. I not clear what.
Okay, Harsh जी, आप बोल सकते हैं कुछ?
ये सर अभी आपने बुद्धा कोट्स पे कुछ बोला था ना, फर्स्ट
बुद्धा
थिंग जो
के?
आप ले रहे थे कर्मा पे,
तो आप
उसको
कुछ पूछना चाह रही हैं या बोलना चाह
हाँ
रही हैं?
उसको रिपीट कीजिए। मैं
संजीव,
एक
आई
बार
थिंक
वो
शी इज आस्किंग यू, जो आपने बुद्धा के ऊपर जो बोला था।
अच्छा, सो आई जस्ट सेड कि बुद्धा ने बताया है कि हमारे कार्मिक अकाउंट या कर्मा जो बनते हैं वो एक्शन से नहीं बनते हैं, बोलने से नहीं बनते हैं, जो सोचते हैं उससे बनते हैं। बिकॉज सोच हमारी वर्ड्स और एक्शन पे लीड होते हैं, which is
that is
visible
also
at others.
manifestation, isn't
Come
it?
again?
That is also a part of manifestation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
जो
कार्मिक
आप
yes, yes.
manifest
ये
All the
जब आप action करते
manifestation
हैं,
actually start with the thought. That's what he's saying.
हाँ, तो जो अभी सिल्विया जी कह रहे थे कार्मिक कर्म के बारे में, तो मैं वही कहना चाह रही थी कि कर्मा इज योर एक्शन एंड मैनिफेस्टेशन इज योर थॉट।
No, karma is thoughts, words, and action. Look at it that way.
हाँ,
मनसा
मतलब
वाचा कर्मणा, ठीक है
कर्मा
ना?
यस, कर्मा इज उन सबका क्रक्स जो है वो कर्मा है। आपने सोचा, उसी के बाद तो आप एक्शन लेके आए।
बिल्कुल सही है।
अगर आपने कुछ सोचा ही नहीं और आपने कुछ किया ही नहीं,
हाँ, तो
तो यू आर
इसीलिए बोल
डूइंग
रहे हैं ना,
नथिंग।
it starts with thought. संकल्प से शुरू होता है, thought, which you can say intention, which is the
आई
background
गॉट
of
योर
the
पॉइंट।
willpower.
संजीव जी बोला था, जो अमित जी बात कर रहे थे 3 पिलर्स की, जो फर्स्ट पिलर उन्होंने बोला था उस पे संजीव जी बोल रहे थे, तो वो मैं समझ नहीं पाई थी। दैट्स व्हाई आई आस्क कि एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए।
Now, is that clear now?
या ओके, थैंक
Good,
यू।
very good. Thank you so much. All right, let's acknowledge Harshji for that. Okay. Yes, so we are reaching the end of the session. So anybody who wants to share their understanding or ask any question, please go ahead. Yes, Samitji, go ahead.
In chat box, there's a question from Vivek Walia ji. He's asking, is karma to be done without expectation, stroke attachment of result? So would you want to attempt that?
विवेक जी आप पहले तो उसमें आ जाइए, आमने सामने आइए.
Audio and
If you're
video both.
comfortable, and ask that question. I don't read text. I listen to people.
हाँ, मेरा
Yes,
पूछना था ये
rephrase
कि
your words, sir.
जैसे
हाँ जी बोलिए.
कि हम कर्म करते हैं, साथ में ये भी हाथ मतलब होता है कि we should not have any attachment to our कर्म, because result कर्म से जो होने वाला रिजल्ट है या एक्शन से होने वाला जो रिजल्ट है उस पे हमें कोई एक्शन मतलब अटैचमेंट नहीं रखनी है. तो जब ये थॉट लेके कर्म करेंगे तो कहीं ना तो फिर कैसे फिर वो मैनिफेस्टेशन में परिवर्तित होगा.
Okay. So
अगर हम
understand it this
मैनिफेस्ट कर रहे
way.
हैं तो दैट मींस
When
कहीं
you
ना
are
कहीं हम
doing,
एक्सपेक्टेशन
मैं
रख रहे
समझ
हैं.
गया सर, मैं समझ गया. Anything else that you want to add, or should I answer?
नहीं, बस यही था.
तो सबसे पहले हमको ये समझना है, जब भी हम कोई कर्म कर रहे हैं, हम वी आर चूजिंग नॉट ओनली द कर्मा, वी आर ऑल्सो चूजिंग द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. यस और नो? हाँ जी या ना जी? हाँ जी. अगर एक्शन ले रहा हूं तो कॉन्सिक्वेंस मेरे को चूज करना है साथ में. सपोज इफ आई एम टेकिंग एक्शन ए एंड द कॉन्सिक्वेंस इज एक्स, and if I want to take action B, the consequence is Y. So when I'm doing action A, consequence X is also I'm choosing, correct? And if I'm choosing action B, then consequence Y is also a chosen thing. It is a done thing. आएगा ही आएगा. अगर मैं सीढ़ियों से जा रहा हूँ तो एक consequence है, और मैं बालकनी से जंप मार रहा हूँ तो दूसरा consequence है. So when I'm taking that action, I'm choosing the consequence also. Yes or no? So we should be aware of the consequences. Number one. Right? So when we are taking an action, the sankalp jo hai, that is a thought. In that thought, we are creating a result also for us. Then we take the necessary action to fulfill that. Clear है? तो action के साथ consequences तो आएंगे ही आएंगे. We should be first aware of this. And you should also be aware कि results are not in our hand. हमारे हाथ में सिर्फ action है. ये तो भगवत गीता में भी बताया हुआ है ना? So we can try our best. Like a student is studying hard for the exams and giving the exam. पढ़ाई उसके हाथ में है, एग्जाम के रिजल्ट या मार्क्स उसके हाथ में नहीं है. बट अच्छे रिजल्ट चाहिए, 90% चाहिए, उस हिसाब से वो पढ़ाई कर रहा है. हो सकता है 95 आ जाए, हो सकता है 85 आ जाए, वो उसके हाथ में नहीं है. इसीलिए रिजल्ट से अटैच नहीं होना है, अपने एफर्ट्स पे फोकस करना है. दैट इज हाउ वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड इन अवर लाइफ. विवेक जी, इज दैट क्लियर और यू वांट मोर एक्सप्लेनेशन?
थोड़ा सा मोर सिंपलीफाई.
Clear? All right, let's acknowledge Vivek ji for that. Thank you so much. All right, very good. Yes, anybody else who has any question? Anybody else who wants to ask any question or share anything? Let me check with the other people who have just joined in. आज कुछ बोला नहीं. अनिरुद्ध जी, आपने कुछ नहीं बोला है. Alok Gupta ji, Zoom user, C Mani ji, Devesh ji, Jyoti Arora ji, Mitra ji, MN Kaushik ji, and Jas. Anything that you want to share? We're reaching the end of the program now. Anybody who wants to share? क्या लेके जा रहे हैं? Any learning from your side? Yes, Anirudh ji, go ahead.
सर मैं यही लर्निंग सोच रहा था कि क्या लेके जाऊं, वो समझ नहीं आ रही थी.
अब आ गया?
नहीं आया सर.
ओके, तो एक वर्ड लेके जाइए आप, संकल्प से सृष्टि. ठीक है, ये मेरी लर्निंग है जो मैं रिट्रीट से सीख के आया, शिवानी जी के सेशन से. तो संकल्प से सृष्टि. Your thoughts, your intent will create your world. That is how you manifest. तो अगर आपके थॉट्स और आपके संकल्प इतने हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी के हैं, जितने हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी के होंगे उतने ही हाई रिजल्ट्स आप क्रिएट करेंगे. यानी कि अगर मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स चाहिए लाइफ में, तो मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स को मैनिफेस्ट करने वाले संकल्प होने चाहिए आपके.
वो तो ट्रूथ है. जितने थॉट्स अच्छे होंगे उतना ही आपके रिजल्ट अच्छे आएंगे. दैट इज, वो तो फैक्ट है. कोई
तो
फर्क
बस यही गुरु मंत्र लेके जाइए, संकल्प से सृष्टि का निर्माण होता है,
वो तो है,
तो
सब
वैसे
कुछ
ही आपने करना है।
सब कुछ थॉट्स पे ही डिपेंड करेगा, जो भी अपने रिजल्ट्स हैं।
बस वही है, वहीं
और
से
अदर
शुरू करना है।
मैं इसमें एक और भी चीज चाहता हूँ, थॉट्स, एक्शन और जो आपका विजन है उसमें हार्मनी होनी चाहिए।
वो तो है सर, थॉट्स वर्ड्स एक्शंस तो होगा ही होगा, पहले थॉट्स तो पकड़े।
एम्स में विजन भी, जो विजन और थॉट्स और एक्शन तीनों मिलने चाहिए।
वेरी गुड, बहुत बढ़िया। राइट, लेट्स एक्नॉलेज Anirudh ji for that. Okay, all right, so let's, anybody else who wants to share, otherwise I'll quickly summarize it and then we close. Okay, anybody Zoom user कौन है? रंजना जी हैं? Okay,
Yes, sir, Ranjana ji.
okay, कुछ शेयर करना चाहेंगे या कुछ पूछना चाह रहे हैं? ज्योति जी, MN कौशिक जी, मित्रा जी, वी हैव नॉट heard from you. अगर आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे, कौन से ग्रुप से हैं, किसने इनवाइट किया, एनीथिंग दैट यू वांट टू शेयर, प्लीज गो अहेड. ऑलराइट, आलोक जी कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? व्हाट आर यू टेकिंग अवे फ्रॉम द सेशन?
वंदे मातरम.
हाँ जी, यस मित्रा जी.
सॉरी सर, एक्चुअली थोड़ा मैम ये वो म्यूट कर देंगे.
हाँ जी, बोलिए सर.
I just got to know कि at the start of session there was some disturbance at and there was some background noises at my end. So sorry
No
for
problem,
that.
sir. No problem.
Yeah. So Amit ji has invited me.
Oh, okay,
He's
great.
from Passcode College, been my junior, and it is the kind of, I would say that it is a divine thing. I mean, why I'm saying divine thing? I mean, we just met on Sunday, this Sunday only. There was a
Correct.
alumni meet of college, and he invited to this a wonderful session. The energy of, and then it's a VIP kind of a thing. I have attended to so many sessions wherein thousands of people, hundreds of people are there. Here it is. It's kind of a family kind of a feeling I was getting. Basically, the feeling I'm talking about. I mean, the same thing which I got at Hansraj College. I met Amit for the first time. We never knew each other in the college times. We just, uh, got connected. Now, I don't have any questions, but yes, I have answers. I have answers to something which I am uh, experiencing without following the method or the steps. Randomly, I've been attending to many seminars and these days, whatever is automatically Swar Vigyan and manifestation and a lot of other things, which is hypnosis.
Mhm.
But I feel that I am kind of pretty indisciplined, and though I'm an advocate, I mean that core discipline is there. There also it is somehow not going very strictly with the life kind of a thing. Having those positive affirmations, as Amita said. That first if you have uh, bought a lottery and you just believe that it is there and you buy a car, or if lottery draw lots on 10th and you buy it on you take a car on 5th, believing this thing. Second interesting thing which has come to my attention is that which Sanjeev ji also endorsed, that they both did some session together where you are conscious of this thing about the losers, that the consequences. And the third thing is gratitude. Yes, we do all the shukrana every time we do. Life is beautiful. It's full of life itself is a big miracle. How we are created, or a seed becomes a tree and tree becomes a jungle. So it is something I feel that you all are a treasure to me. You all are treasure to me, and then it is something. It has just came to my platter. It is. I never thought of. So it is something that having a strong affirmation or things like that, and then you see that, wow, okay, आपने कोई अच्छे कर्म किए होंगे तो इतने अच्छे दोस्त मिल रहे हैं और हम ऐसे आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. Answers, yes. When I said that I have answers, 2004, I chanced upon a concept by the name K2K4. it's Kashmir to Kanyakumari 24 hours. So that concept is not only this sharing the gyan and do these steps and all. It is the entire hand holding from idea to execution. Idea may be Amit's or Dhar Sahab, your idea, or Gunjanji, your idea, or Apurvaji, your idea, or this thing. And then it's a very simple method, that you observe. I mean, we've been science students, and we understand that how this world of honeybee they work. There's a queen bee who produces, creates, and then there's a labor class and this thing. I mean, it's not though that structure is there, and then it is within all of us, that the resource connect. So K2 K4 is something like that, unleashing that abundance and the prosperity, upping that prosperity quotient. And there, I mean, I might be encroaching upon your time, so I think
No, my
I
time is
need that
already over.
permission. No.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right. So it is something when it is the concept for design in 2004. 5 years of my practice, I saw disproportionate publicity. It was something, a very simple thing. I went to watch a movie. Movie's name was Snip at PVR, and during the intermission, that we went to that snack bar, and everybody was waiting for those Pepsi and popcorn. So I made a statement to my wife that we all are educated and well-off people, and then there's a daylight robbery being committed on us. 10 रुपए की चीज 20 रुपए में बिच रही है, खुलेआम धड़ल्ले से. There was no MRP concept that time. MRP was there, law was there, Consumer Protection Act 1986 was there, but the implementation was not there. But I have never thought on these terms, and when I made that statement that nobody is going to do anything, my wife said that you will do something. तो उस रात को ना हनुमान जी came to my this thing, and then these thoughts came. Yes, definitely action से पहले thoughts तो आती हैं, but ऐसा कोई मतलब blueprint सामने नहीं आता. I mean, I'll just continue this story on this thing.
Yeah, sir,
उसी
I
रात
will have
को
to slightly caution you because थोड़ा सा time over हो गया है. People might have to leave. So I will what I will do is you are invited to the next session, and we can have a long chat, because they're slightly going away from the topic, and since the scheduled time is over, I will have to close the session now, right? So
Sir,
welcome
permit
Mitra
me
ji, and
to
yeah, please,
permit
last 1 minute.
me to
Okay,
finish.
yeah,
this,
please go ahead, 1 minute more. Yeah,
and I'll
sir, आपकी आवाज कट रही है, पहले ठीक था,
because now, yeah, well,
पहले ठीक था. हाँ, बोलिए मित्रा जी, बोलिए सर, आवाज नहीं आ रही. Okay, sir, आवाज नहीं आ रही है, so I will request you to join our meet next week also, and then we can give you some long period of sharing time so that you can hear your part of it. Okay, let's acknowledge Mitra ji for that. Yes. Okay, Alok ji, take away. कुछ बताना चाहेंगे?
No.
Take away, I will say
Again,
free
a
will.
divine signal that
Sir, hold on, sir. Mitra ji, hold on, please. Yes, Alok ji.
Take away from today's session. It is for me, it is free will, like freedom of action and willpower.
Very good, Alok ji. Crisp and clear. Very good, fantastic. Let's acknowledge Alok ji. और कौन बताना चाहेंगे? Ranjana ji, you wanted to share something? Ranjana ji, you came. Okay, yes. कुछ share करना चाह रही हैं? नहीं, that's fine. All right. So with this, we come to the end of the session. So thank you very much for your participation, and I hope the message is clear. So I will give the Guru Mantra of this session as a takeaway to everybody. संकल्प से सृष्टि का निर्माण होता है. So if you want to create magic and miracles in your life, have an intention which is worth that magic and miracles level. उस level की frequency का संकल्प लीजिए और फिर follow it up with your actions, thinking that it is already done. Have belief in it, have full gratitude to the divine, and then go ahead and enjoy your life and actually create magic and miracles, not only for yourself, but for all the people in your life. That is a way to live and enjoy life. And next week, we are going to look at another magical manifestation, which is Satyug manifestation. So we're going to look at that in the next week. session, and we will see how to create Satyug. Everybody is keen to go into Satyug? Yes. So we will see how our contribution is, what our contribution is in creating Satyug on this planet Earth. So we're going to look at that. Until then, enjoy a great week, enjoy a great life, and we meet again next week. Till then, Aham Brahmasmi.
Aham Brahmasmi.
Bye-bye. Take care. Good night.
Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Good.
Yeah.
Sarvam.